Hello and welcome to Sunday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we've got a fog of war puzzle to try today. And this one is called Something for Simon. It's by Knightemaire. And I have to tell you, the Simon in question is not me, which makes this much more appropriate to do, because I would feel deeply weird about doing a puzzle that was to do with myself. That would feel very un-British. But anyway, this puzzle is actually a tribute to Ben's new nephew. Ben is the constructor of the puzzle, who's obviously constructing under the name Knightemaire. And on the 3rd of February, Ben's sister Chelsea gave birth to a baby boy who has been named, in the meantime, Simon. And so Ben, I think this is Ben's first ever Sudoku creation. And you can see it's a fog of war. I'll read the rules in a moment, but apparently it's really very good indeed. And we thought we'd do it today, because I can tell you that today is not only Ben's birthday, but it's also Chelsea's birthday too. What better day, really, to celebrate the birth of a new member of their family than the birthday that they both share. So this is what we're going to have a look at today. I think that well-iced chocolate cake, or no, well-iced cake is what might be in store. I wasn't actually told whether it would be chocolate or not. But this is what we're going to have a go at in today's video. And I'll read you the rules of this one in a moment or two's time. By the way, I have no clue how hard it is. So maybe judge it from the length of the video, assuming I don't get hornswoggled by some sort of problem, as I had in Marty's rat run last week. Oh my goodness, I don't want to think about that. Anyway, what else can I tell you about? Well, today is the 1st of March. And on the first day of every new month, we always have a brand new competition that starts over on Patreon. If you support us there, thank you so much for keeping the channel going. And this month's competition is a collection of puzzles by Blobs, who is very popular for good reason. I think there are 12 puzzles that you have to solve in order to be in with a chance to win the competition, although there are bonus puzzles as well. So lots and lots of goodies to get cracking. That will have gone live at 4 p.m. this afternoon UK time. And I'm guessing by the time this goes live, which will be 8:30 UK time, I think that we'll already have had some correct solutions. And that is saying nothing about the puzzles being easy. It's just the phenomenal intelligence of some of the people who will commit their time to bashing through the competition puzzles as quickly as they do, that we always get entries in just ludicrously quick times. But anyway, the competition runs till the 20th, so do get involved, and we hope that you enjoy it. What else can I tell you about? A couple of other things to mention. We are streaming tomorrow night, 10 p.m. UK time, back in the Blueprints Mansion, of course, and we'd love to have your company for that. I'll try and remember to put a link to that on the screen. And also yesterday, I'll mention there was a bonus puzzle on the channel. It came out yesterday morning, so you might have missed it. A new puzzle created for us specially by Jane Street, and it's really good fun, especially if you enjoy either our cryptic crossword content or the cracking the minute cryptic. If you've got a little bit of a bent for cryptic clues, you'll really enjoy that. I really enjoyed solving it, and I'll try and remember to put a link to that on the screen. Now, so we've sort of talked about Ben and Chelsea's birthday, which is today, but there is a birthday that I'm late announcing, although I will, in mitigation, it's not my fault. It's really not my fault, but in mid-December, Kyle, you turned the big 40, my friend, and I've only just found out, so I wanted to wish you a very happy 40th birthday. I know it was your birthday because your wife Maggie wrote to me, and she has assured me that if I do this shout out, she will make you chocolate cake today. So I hope that she's as good as her word. And Kyle, many happy returns. I hope you had a great 40th birthday. I hope the start to 2026 has been splendid for you. And I hope, of course, that the chocolate cake is very heavily iced. That's all the news. Let's have a look at Something for Simon by Knightemaire. The rules of this one are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. We've got fog of war, so fog conceals part of the puzzle. When some digits are correctly entered, some of the fog may be lifted. Right, so this is going to be dynamic fog. So there are two types of fog of war Sudoku. There's the type that, say we got the central cell, would clear the fog from that cell and the surrounding cells. And then there's the sort of cleverer, more cunning type of fog of war, where if you got this cell, it might clear the fog from up there, or it might clear the fog from down there. You just don't know, but the constructor will have designed the puzzle so that there's sort of a logical flow to it. So what you never have to do in fog of war Sudoku is guess. That's not the idea at all. So please try to avoid that. You'll spoil the experience. Now we've got a few rules. Then it says arrow sums. Digits along an arrow must sum to the number formed by the digits in the circled cells. Right, so I can see one arrow here. I think what that means is this is a double-digit number. I don't even want to guess what that could be. Say that was 16. If that was 16, that arrow would sum to 16, and that arrow would sum to 16. Actually, I can now see that's not right. But anyway, that might have been possible. German whispers. Oh goodness, I can't see any of those. Adjacent cells along a green line must have a difference of at least 5. But we can hypothesize. Oh well, I was going to try and hypothesize a green line. So say this was a green line, a very short, stubby green line in the grid, and let's say this was a 1. I'm not going to put 1 as a big number in here in case it's correct, because it would clear the fog in an unjustifiable way. If this was a 1, this would have to be at least 6 in order to be sufficiently different. It has to be at least 5 different from the digit 1, so it could actually be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Dutch whispers. Adjacent cells along an orange line must have a difference of at least 4. So very similar. If there's an orange line in the puzzle and this was a 1, this digit would have to be at least 5 then. 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Whoops, would be the options for Dutch whispers lines. Parity lines. Every pair of consecutive cells along a red line must contain an odd and an even digit. So if we had a line that was like this, and we discovered that this was even, then this would have to be odd, say 1, and this would have to be even again, let's say 8. So we have to oscillate parity along a parity line. Oh, there are still more. Renban lines. Digits along a pink line must form a consecutive set in any order. So if, let's do it in that row because that's going to be easier. If this was a 1, then these digits, in order to form a consecutive set, would have to be 1, 2, and 3, and those digits can appear in any order. So that would be a possible Renban line. Killer cages. Digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner. So if this was a cage, there would be a number in the top left corner which would tell us the sum of those 3 digits. It doesn't say anything about digits not repeating in cages, so we can't assume that in this puzzle. Difference crop key. Cells joined by a white dot must be consecutive. Oh, there we have got those. Look, there's one there. It's sort of, you can see the grid furniture is there. It's sort of revealed by this cell being clear of fog. So if this cell was a 2, then this would have to be a 1 or a 3 to be consecutive with 2. Oh, and I see. And then there's a black dot. If 2 cells are joined by a black dot, then one digit must be double the other. So we've got that going on here, look. And there. So this digit is either 4, because 4 would be double 2, or it's 1 because 2 would be double 1. And let me just check. They are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Well, let's start with the black dots because I can see some things there. So because across a black dot one digit must be double the other, and we've got a 2 in 2 relationships there, one of these digits is going to be half 2, one's going to be double 2. So these have to be a 1-4 pair. Now this one we just pencil marked, didn't we, when we were doing the example, so that's the same, but this digit has to be consecutive with 2, so that is 1 or 3. Just pausing to see whether Sudoku is going to be friendly. I'm really not used to getting given digits, but anyway, it must be this box, mustn't it? It feels like the secret's going to be amenable to box 1. Now, if you're saying, what's the secret? Do not worry. I will share the Sudoku secret with you. I always share it with my favourite people. And if you're watching this video, you're definitely one of my favourite people. So the secret of Sudoku is that any complete box of a Sudoku, because of the rules of Sudoku, will contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. And therefore, it will sum to 45. That is the sum of the digits 1 to 9. Now, what does that mean? I mean, there's going to be a mathematical way of treating these digits, isn't there? Because let's try and do this. If I make this x and this y, we can think about how we could represent the sum of these arrows, couldn't we? Because what in effect we've got, this arrow, the sum of this arrow is going to be 10x, because this is basically the tens digit of a number, and this is the units digit. In fact, that can't be a 2, I've just noticed. Let's ignore this 2 for a moment. It probably means this is a 1. But what we're saying is that whatever this digit is, we multiply it by 10, and then we add it to this digit, and that will be the sum of this arrow. So imagine this was 16. i.e. this was a 1 and this was a 6, then this arrow would sum to 10x, or 10 times 1, plus 6, which is 16, and so would this arrow. So the arrows in this box sum to 20x plus 2y, but the whole box sums to that, i.e. 20x plus 2y plus x plus y, which is 21x plus 3y. 21x plus 3y equals 45. I don't know whether to factor the 3 out of that or not. Maybe we don't need to, because I wonder if 2 could have worked there. 21. That's weird. So actually, absent this 2 in the grid, that could have been a 2 here and a 1 here. So each arrow would then have summed to 21. 21 plus 21 is 42, plus a 2 here plus a 1 there is 45. But this 2 is preventing that. So this has to be a 1. That is what we're going to say to start with. Now this might clear fog. No. Okay, so we've got... so what was it? 21x. So we've now got... This digit represents 21 on the left-hand side of the equation. So if we take 45 and take 21 off it, we get 24, don't we? So 3y equals 24. So y equals 8. So I think this is an 8. That's lovely. Here we've got Simon in the grid. We've got the announcement of the arrival of baby Simon. Isn't that great? Oh, I like that very much. And does this work though? It must work, but let's just work it through. So 18 is the sum of this arrow, plus another 18 is 36, plus 1 plus 8 is another 9 on top, so that is 45. So the secret does work. And oh goodness, actually I don't think I do know what to... I was about to say surely I can roughly position 9 in this box, but I think 9 could go on the 4 cell arrow with a 2 plus a 3 plus a 4. Nine could certainly go on the 3 cell arrow. Right, so maybe we've got to switch to another of these letters. I mean, I can see something about the M. I don't know if this is the most natural place to look, but I will just mention what I can see about the M. Now, German whispers lines they have a few secrets about them. The first and most important secret is you can never put 5 anywhere on a green line. And that's because if you do put 5 on, the adjacent digit on the green line has to be at least 5 different from 5. And if you go upwards, you're at 10 and higher numbers. And if you go downwards, you're at 0 and lower numbers. And they aren't Sudokuable. So, no 5 on the M. But once we realise that, we can think about these green lines. Every digit on the green line will either have the quality of being below 5 or above 5, because it'll either be from 1, 2, 3, 4, or it'll be from 6, 7, 8, 9. And a critical thing that's helpful often when you solve these puzzles is to realise that you can't have 2 of the same type of digit. So you couldn't have these both being higher than 5, because they can't be 5 different. And what that means is that if this was higher than 5, this would be lower than 5. And then this would be higher than 5 again. So you get this oscillation of the sort of polarity vis-a-vis 5 as you move along a green line. Now, here's the thing I've noticed. Look at these cells. In row 5, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. I mean, we don't know exactly where the 1 and the 4 go, but we know that 1, 2, 3 and 4 are all used up. So these 3 digits cannot be lower than 5 digits. They've all got to be higher than 5 digits. And that means that these digits in the corners of box 5 are all cold digits. They're all low. And there are 4 of them. So these are the digits 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now, okay, we're going to come on to the third and last secret of German whispers. At least I don't think I know any others. You can't put 4 in a position on a green line where its 2 neighbours see each other. And that's because 4 only has one possible partner. 4 can only go with the digit 9. It's the only Sudoku digit that's at least 5 different from it. So if we do put 4 here or here, both of these or both of these would be 9, and we break Sudoku. So neither of those can be 4. One of these is a 4, which means one of these is a 9. Okay. All right. Now what we can do is we can think about the high digits in the same way we've just been thinking about. So 4 is very difficult to put as a low digit on a green line. 6 has the same quality vis-a-vis the high digits, because what would you put next to a green line if you put 6 on it? The only Sudoku digit that would work is the digit 1. So if we put 6, look, in any of those 3 cells, you'd have to surround it with 1s, and you get either 1s in those two, or these 2, and that won't work. So this is now a 5-6 pair, which means that this has to be 6, doesn't it? If this was 5, this would have to be a high digit, so it would have to be a 6, and that would break. So this is 6, this is 5, this is consecutive with 6 but isn't 5, so that's 7. Now 7 can only go next to 1 and 2 on green line, so this is a 1-2 pair, this is a 3-4 pair, and that means these 2 digits are 8 and 9, and we're sort of making decent progress. In the central row, they've got to be 5 and 6 now. Now hang on, is Sudoku going? No, Sudoku's not going to be our friend. Oh golly, I don't actually see what to do. Oh, hang on, I tell you one thing I could do. This is a parity line, isn't it? So I might as well make use of the nature of Sudoku numbers. Right, in Sudoku, how many odd digits are there? 5. How many even digits are there? 4. Well, this is an 8-cell line, because it uses all but one cell in this box. So this must be odd parity, mustn't it? In order to ensure that every domino contains one odd and one even around that 8-cell line. And that is not a 1. And oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. And these 2s are rather pretty, because the 2s are forcing the 2 on the parity line to be in a corner of box 7. But once we know that, what do we know about how the parity will flow around this line? Once we know that the 2 is in one of those 4 positions, well, that sort of anchors the line vis-a-vis parity, doesn't it? Because we know that wherever the 2 is, it'll be next to 2 odd numbers, and then there'll be 2 even numbers again. So we know that all of those are even. I think I've used colouring to indicate high and lowness here. I'm now going to use colouring to indicate odd and evenness here. Forgive me for this. But these are now definitely 2, 4, 6 and 8. I've still got my bit of a frog in my throat, so I apologise if that annoys some of you. That's an atrocious piece of pencil marking. Actually, it's really not done very much, has it? What am I missing there? I don't know. Oh, 8. 8 in column 5. It can't be down here, look. So 8's going to be in one of 2 places. At the top there. 9 is up here somewhere. I think this parity box, or this box 7, has really let itself down. It's let itself down, it's let its parents down, it's let its country down. My goodness. Okay, should we do the Renban then? Let's do the N. What can we say about the N? Well, we can say some things, I think. Because this is a 7-cell sequence of consecutive numbers. So, if it has a 1 on it, what would that mean? That would mean these 2 digits would be 8 and 9. Now, is that possible? Might be. Don't know. Not sure. Might be possible. If it has 9 on it, if the pink line has 9 on it, then it's got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hasn't it? So this would be a 1, 2 pair, which that won't work, actually. Oh, hang on. Maybe this is what we should focus on. Let's just think about that. Why do I worry about that? It's because of this. I don't think you can fill this consecutive pair in. Because if this is 1, this will be 2, but that's going to be 2. And if this is 2, this needs to be 1 or 3, but there'll be a 1 here and a 3 here. So it's not a 1-2 pair, which means that 9 is not on this line, which means 9 is in one of these 2 cells. Oh, that must do something. Okay, maybe not. Right, so the only other alternative to this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is that it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, couldn't it? That is also possible. So these digits are they're from 1, 8, and 9, but they definitely include 9. No, that's what I was about to say is not true. I was about to say, do I get into the same pickle with an 8-9 pair here, but I don't get into the same pickle because this could be a 7 if this was an 8. So I could go 9, 8, 7. I'm just trying to work out what this means. Oh, hang on. No. Oh, sorry, I can't see this yet. It could be this line up here. That is a possibility, isn't it? Ooh. Maybe it is a possibility. I was just thinking about 5s and 6s in this column. Oh, it's not, it's 6. It's 6 in the column, is it? Is that what I meant to appreciate? I'm just thinking about 6 now in column 8. I'm noticing it can't be in these cells and it can't be there because of this lovely 6 we've been given. So 6 is on the Dutch Whisper at the top. Now 6 is quite a tricky number to put in to a Dutch Whisper. I wonder. I might have underused this initial S as well. I am sort of a bit tempted to consider whether or not I've missed a trick there. It's a very good puzzle, this, though. This is your first puzzle, Ben. Good grief. Or maybe I've got to use this white dot. Should we just think that through? So if this was 9, this would be an 8, possibly. If this is 8, this is 7. If this is 8, this can't be 9, because if this is 8, that will be 9 at the bottom. We know one of these is 9. So the other option here is a 2. So this is 2, 7, or 8, I think. And there's nothing that's telling us how that works in that row, is there? So yeah, I've got it. Right. We are going to go and think about the Dutch Whisper. In fact, yeah, this is huge. Yeah, okay, so let's think about Dutch Whispers. Now, Dutch Whispers I do naturally shy away from, as you have just seen. And the reason for that is that I find them much, much less intuitive than German Whispers, and that is because the 4 difference allows all sorts of peccadillos to arise on Dutch Whispers lines. For example, you can absolutely put 5 on them, and you can't play the same polarity tricks. So you can't say because this is lower than 5, for example, that this will be lower than 5. Because of the possibility of 5 being on the line, it sort of changes the oscillation of the polarity. So imagine this was a 5. These could be 1 and 9. However, what I've noticed about the structure of this I, which is rather cute, is that neither of those can be 6. Because let's think about what digits you can put next to 6 on a Dutch Whispers line. Well, we need digits that are at least 4 different, so there's nothing higher that works. The only 2 digits that work are 1 and 2, and yet these 2 positions here have 3 neighbours. So those must be wrong, mustn't they? And this is a 6. That might clear... Oh, I thought it might clear fog, but no, it didn't. And this is a 1-2 pair, which means this is not 2. Right, so this gives us an 8-9 pair, which means this is a 7. That is in the fog, so this is an 8 now. This is a 9. So that's something. But it's not... What do we need in this column? 4 and 5. 5. 5 in the column has to go. Oh, wow. Okay, that's the big one. That is all the fog cleared. Literally. And that's a 4 by Sudoku. And that's on a black dot. So this is a 2 or an 8. Oh, it's not. It's an 8. So these 2 digits have to add up to 6 by the killer rule, so this can't be a 6 because this would be a 0, so that's got to go 5, 1, 6, and these 2 digits are a 2-9 pair, and now, okay, I can see one thing. Look at this white dot at the top here. Now, you can see from the pencil marking I've done here that 8 and 9 occupy 2 of these 3 cells, which means that there is definitely an 8 or a 9 on this domino. But whether 8 or 9 is on this domino, 7 is not on this domino, and they have to be consecutive. So that must be an 8-9 pair at the top, and actually we know the order. So because of this 8 here, so we get a little bit of a bonus. Now this digit is 1, 3 or 4, but maybe we don't know how that works. And these two cells add up to 11, and they aren't 3, 8 or 2, 9. So these are either 4, 7 or 5, 6, but 6 can't go there by Sudoku. 8 is definite. Oh, 8 is placed, actually. 8's placed in box 3. And 5 is now knocked out of these 3 cells. So there's a 5 in one of 2 places in box 7 on our parity line. And from here we are going to deduce many things, including, I don't know actually. I've stopped again, haven't I? Right, maybe we've got to do a little bit of Sudoku. These can't be 8s now. Oh yeah, that's good. So 8 is in one of these 2 cells. Let's put a pencil mark in. So 8 has to be here now, which gives us the 8 and the 9 in box 5. 9 is positioned exactly in box 8 by Sudoku. So, what does that mean? We're going to need at least one even digit in there because it's an even total. I can't just fill those with 3 odd digits. They won't add up to an even total. So there is a 4 in there, I suppose. Sorry, 2, 6 and 8 have already gone. So there is a 4 in there, which takes 4 out of these 2 and pops it into one of those 2, which means 4 is in one of these 2 cells. And okay, 4 is in there along with 2 digits that add up to 10. Well, they can't be 2, 8 or 4, 6, and they can't be 1, 9, so this has to be 3, 7, 4. And this digit has only got 4 as an option then. And this is now a 3, 7 pair. That's going to do a little bit of work for us, because now this seems to have to be a 5. This is now a 1, so this is a 3. This digit is a something, technical term for a 5. Okay, now do we get... No, I was thinking, do I get these resolved? But I don't think I do. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, 8 I can put into box 7. This 8 is looking at the box. If I'd been a bit more careful with my pencil marking, I'd have seen that. And I must need 1, 2 and 6 in the bottom row. So where's 1? 1's going to have to go here. And we're going to have a 2 or a 6 in the corner. And of course, along a pink line, the ordering of the digits is irrelevant. So we're not going to be able to do any more magic, I don't think, in box 9 using the pink line exclusively. There is more we can do in the corners of the eye, though. The corners of the eye are all going to be 5 at least, aren't they? Because they've all got to be at least 4 different from a tiny digit being a 1 or a 2. So in fact, given 6 and 8 have gone, these are 5, 7 and 9, and we can place the 5. And that's going to do us proud because, oh, whoopsie. That's now going to have to be a 4, 7 pair because it can't be a 5, 6 pair. If this was a 4, this would have to be a 3 because it couldn't be a 5. And if this is a 7, it's going to have to be a 6. So this is 3 or 6. This 4, 7 pair puts 9 in the corner. This becomes a 7. We need a 3, 4 pair in the row. Now, that might... Oh, 7. Hang on. 7 in box 1 is placed. So, and that's on the top line. So that tells us these 3 digits add up to 11. But also, I've noticed 4 is on the bottom line. So this... Yeah, this is easier, actually. So the 4 is going to go with 2 digits that add up to 14. that can't be 6, 8. So this bottom strand is going to be 4, 5, 9. Which... Oh, I assume that would do things, but apparently not. So these are 1, 2, 6. You can see we can put the 6 now into row 3. And we need 1, 2, and 5, I think. So we can put the 5 in. The 1 can go there. This is going to be a 2. That's going to do the 2 and the 1. Ah, yeah, okay, look at that. So actually, see these 3s, 4s, and 7s? They are unresolvable without this white dot. Imagine this white dot wasn't here. How would you resolve the order of this pattern? It could be in 2 different orders. You could make this 4 and the puzzle would finish. You could make this 7 and the puzzle would finish. So there would be 2 solutions, but this white dot is going to fix that. So I think we're going to be able to work this digit out independently, if you like, of this digit. And that will resolve the final pattern. Now, what do we need on this top line, given what we've got in here? 2, 3, and 6 up here. So 2, 3, 6 do add up to 11, plus the 7 is the 18 we're looking for. This is now 1, this is a 2. This is not a 2 because of Sudoku. And maybe the 12 cage is going to be critical here. Haven't thought very hard about it yet. Can we do anything splendid with it? Or, I mean, it's quite... Oh, this can't be 9, look. Sorry, I've got my window open today because it is a nice day again. Can you believe it? If this was 4, oh, that's nearly impossible. These would have to add up to 8. But they couldn't use 1, 7 because this would be a 1. And they couldn't use 2, 6 because this is a 2. So they'd have to be 3, 5. And that would have to be a 5 here. And a 3 here. But that might be fine, actually. Right, so what is it then? How do we resolve this? Where do we look next? There's a bit more we can do here. So that's 2, that's 9. So 9 is in one of these 3 cells, but can't go in the cage because we can't make these a 1, 2 pair. Yeah, it's probably going to be Sudoku, isn't it? Oh, 8. Where's 8 in box 4? It's actually placed. There's this 8 and this 8 and these 2 8s. And whenever you get 4 numbers looking at a box in Sudoku, you can always put that number in. So 8 and 9 go in. Right, now has that done it? The answer is I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Probably more Sudoku. Yeah, we're going to know these digits, aren't we? So they're 3, 6, 7. Let's just pop that in. 3, 6, 7, and this digit should be a 5 then. Okay, and that's in the cage, so that's likely to be crucial. Yeah, 5 now in this triple is placed. And we know these 2 digits sum to 7, so they certainly don't involve a 7. Oh no, that's bad. 1, 6 works and 3, 4 works. Oh, good grief. Okay, so we're definitely not quite there yet. There's a 3, 6, 7. Look at those cells there. The only options for each of those cells is a 3, 6, 7, so they form a triple in column 2. And that means this digit must be a 9. It can't be 3 or 7. And that's going to give us this as a 4. This is a 9. And presumably that might do something. Oh, we've got a 3, 6 pair in the top. So that's a 2. So this is not 2 anymore. I'm having to eke this out digit by digit. So 1, 6 or 3, 4. So these add up to 7 as well. I still need to get this digit sorted out, don't we? Where should we look next? It's almost certainly 1 is in one of those. That I can see, but that's not helping me. It's going to be Sudoku, isn't it? I'm going to actually have to pay attention to Sudoku. I can't ignore it. 2, 3, 4, 6 into these cells. So 2, 3, 4, 6. Now that can't be 2 and it can't be 6. So there is a 3, 4 pair that I never knew about in column 9, which means this is a 2, 6 pair. So 3, 4, 7 into these cells. Now, does that help us? 3, 4, 7. It must help us some way, somehow, mustn't it? Please. Oh, I'm not seeing it. Oh, well done, Ben. And bad on this, Simon, for not spotting how to just finish this puzzle off. I wonder if it's something really cunning. Could be, couldn't it? It's not impossible. Or it's more likely I've missed a dot or something. That is very possible. This is a 2, 6. This is a 2, 6. Or have I not used a rule? That's also very possible. Oh, there you go. I have. So me giving it large about these digits being in some way resolved by this dot is absolute nonsense, because I had forgotten that M is a green line. And if you remember that the M is a green line, it won't be difficult to work out this can't be 4, because 4 and 8 are only 4 apart. So there we go. 3, 4. 3, 7, sorry, 7, 4. Now that is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's going to resolve all of these issues I was having. Oh, it's very good. It's very good. And it's quite funny that I didn't spot that. I'll try and be kind to myself. Some of you asked me to be kind to myself a bit more often than I am. I'll try. This is a 6. This is a 2. Yeah, it has totally now fallen over. I feel like when I explain a cryptic clue and I get the grammar all wrong, and then realise after I finished explaining it, no, it didn't work like that at all. But that does seem to have finished the puzzle. Very nice indeed. Lovely, in fact. Something for Simon. And a big happy birthday to Ben and to Chelsea. And congratulations on the new arrival to your family. Let me know how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.